If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man.
Fiddler on the Roof is coming back to Broadway with Tony Award-winning director Bartlett Sher at the helm and Danny Burstein as Tevye. We're here at New 42nd Street Studios to get a peek of the cast in rehearsal. God, Danny, you're Tevye. You're rehearsing Fiddler. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Today was exciting, really, really exciting, sort of out-of-body experience exciting. Everybody in the world is coming, and it's going to be on the internet forever. Okay.
I just watched the whole press room. Once the music starts and they start seeing, oh my God, Fiddler's really back, and they sort of get wrapped up in it. Do you see the effect the show has on people?
I can't say that I do. I know the effect that it has on me, and watching what Bart Sher and Ted Sperling had done with the numbers they presented today, I was thrilled because they all sounded fresh. They sounded new, you know.
And knowing that you're walking in to rehearse one of the greatest musicals ever written every day has to be pretty great.
It is really great, and also with the best group of people in the world.
I mean, every day we're pinching ourselves going, guys, we're in Fiddler on Broadway. So we're really excited, and we're excited to revisit it and honor the traditions, but keep it fresh and new for the present and the future.
It really taps into something, you know. Obviously it's familiar to everyone, but there's such a passion and a drive to these songs. I mean, I was watching Wonder of Wonder, Miracle of Miracles from behind and tearing up, you know.
This music just does something to people.
Yeah, one of the photographers was telling me he actually started to cry in the middle of the songs because it's you know what it is? It's like musical theater mother's milk. You know, it just hits this emotional place inside of you that you forgot was there.
That music just brings out the chills in everybody. It brings the tears, it brings the chills. I mean, it's just the best, yeah.
I wake up singing at least one song from Fiddler. Like sometimes it's like I'm singing like 3 different ones and I'm like, what, is this a mashup in my head? What's happening?
It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned. Playing with matches, a girl can get burned.
I have known every word to Fiddler on the Roof since I could walk. I mean, I grew up seeing, my mom says I did one-woman shows of Fiddler on the Roof for dinner guests as a child. Like, truly, everyone would be like, can I have, like, my food? And I'd be like, okay, hold on, like, I'm doing Richmond now, like, hold on.
But how does it feel to actually be doing the diddle and the shaking and all the Tevye, all that?
Hold it, come here. Come
No,
here,
no,
come on.
Not doing it.
You
get paid.
He was just doing it a little bit. But yes, but yeah, it feels like, come on, I should get everybody to do this. Everybody, stand in front of your computers.
You went to see Danny Burstein in a play a few years ago, and you took him out and you said, I want you to be Tevye. Why Danny?
Without people like Danny, without artists like that growing the way they're growing, we actually can't do this. He made it possible for me to be able to do Fiddler because we need that central character. And he was ready to take on that particular challenge. So once that was in place, it made it really, between that and between having Hofesh Shecter here to help with new choreography, it felt like we could really rethink the piece and go at the piece in a special way. And so we were all ready for that.
Bart came to me and spoke about this production. I immediately went, yes, I want to do it. Obviously, I'm from Jerusalem, and I got into dance through folk dancing. That's the first thing I did. And the first thing Bart told me is like, he said, I don't want it to be too kind of pretty. I want it to be raw. I want it to be real. I want it to feel like real people in the shtetl, dancing. It has to be gritty. And that I thought, yeah, I want to do that.
Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side and miracle of miracles, walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down.
Tony-winning director Bart Sher, he loves to sort of strip down shows and find their truth. So what is all that like in the rehearsal room?
I think that it really is just about peeling away all the preconceived notions and all of the things that we've always known and thought and had in our head and our heart and our experience about Fiddler, and really just getting down to what is actually happening on a human level.
Rehearsals have kind of felt like a Chekhov play. We're really discovering the truth of these characters and their histories and their interactions. It's felt like we're discovering this piece in a new way, in a very organic way.
He's doing this very careful dance and very responsible dance of adhering to the tradition of the show and the expectations that people have that have seen the show, know the show. Sheldon, anyone who's seen it and knows it has an expectation. But he's also trying to find, well, how does it, relate to now?
It's like, what is this story? And oh my God, the story is actually quite timely. The story is the same story of all these people that are now fleeing their homes. Doesn't that make sense? We're not doing a production of Fiddler on the Roof set in Syria, but you just can say the story is in this text. The story is in these songs. Let's just track it.
It feels like a new piece. It's crazy to me to think that this piece has been done because it feels like we are discovering it anew and really grappling with it. It's not easy. It doesn't feel like an easy piece that we're just putting up and it's sort of Borscht Belt, here we go. No.
How are you sort of digging deep in Fiddler?
Well, I love the fact that he brought people to speak to us.
We brought in professors from Columbia, a rabbi who is an expert in the Eastern European rituals of the time.
Feel super smart now?
I feel, I'm not Jewish, and I feel like I know more about Judaism and like this time period in the shtetl than I ever learned about like Christianity or about like in school during this time period. I was like, wow, all I needed was to be paid, and I would really learn so much.
Do you have family members that are just sort of like losing their minds that you're in Fiddler?
My family members are ridiculous. They come out of the woodwork. They never, it's not like the previous shows I've done where, well, they could take them or leave them.
Who in your family was most excited when they found out you were going to be in Fiddler?
My mom.
She losing her mind?
I told.
She bringing a bus group or? Everybody loves this show. Everybody wants to see this show. So how are you handling the house seat request?
They're going crazy.
I have already filled several house seat requests.
You get requests like, can you get 50 house seats for, whatever, January 4th?
I would say not dealing with, I'd say inundated with house seat requests at this point. But you know what? It's a high-class problem.
They're starting to come in. I mean, I've told my mom, I was like, I'm just going to give you the email. I'm going to give you the house seat email, and you can do it with, your cousins, sisters, fathers, whatever. I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, I've been very lucky. I sort of passed it along to my agent, and my agent has worked it out just fine. I give them my agent's email address, so which you can have.